Listen to this. A handwritten letter is a quiet rebellion against a fast and forgetful world. It says, I slow down for you. Each stroke of the pen is a gesture of care, a whisper of presence, a way of saying, you matter enough for this. I read this somewhere online, I think it was on Instagram, and it's actually, well, I don't know who originally said these words, but someone else reposted it, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is exactly what I've been trying to communicate when I talk about the lost art of handwritten letters. And I know that we live in a world where, you know, it's easy to just talk to your friends and your family through WhatsApp, text, Facebook, or whatever, and those platforms are great because obviously a lot of us don't live in the same places, so that is a practical way to stay connected. But I do think that we should bring back handwritten letters again. I think there's something special about receiving a letter from a friend, and even if it's just like half a page, half an A5 sheet, I think it's a reminder again, like what this is saying, that listen, I paused maybe 30 minutes from my schedule of my day, and I thought of you, and I thought to just write to you, and yeah, you matter. So, and I really think that we should create a space for that, and it's part of reclaiming our humanity or holding on to our humanity, because look, there's so much that is coming at us, AI, all these technological advancements, and I think those things are great and there's room for them, but I do think as we advance in the world, as we embrace new technologies, we should also hold on to our humanity, and part of that is writing letters to one another. You might be thinking, ma'am, there's bigger things happening in the world, and I really, really agree with you, but sometimes you just really have to pause and slow down and connect with the essence of being human, connect with time and space, and connect with your loved ones in a way that is more intentional and more, I don't know, intimate, if you want to call it that. So yeah, this is the purpose of this video. We're just going to get into a process that, how I, not how I write letters. I was writing a letter to a friend, a bunch of letters actually, because she's going through this massive change in her life. She's about to become a mom, and so wrote a couple of letters to her, and I just thought of filming the process because I want to share it with you guys, and I want to know what you think about handwritten letters and just the idea of reframing human connections, human connectivity. And look, I know we joke around about, oh, they blue ticked me, or they left me on red, or they never respond to your call, but I feel like some of us, we're just not wired that way. We're not wired to constantly be on our phones. But if you ask me to write you a letter, chances are you're going to get that much faster than you're going to get a text from me. So maybe it's just me. I don't know. What do you think?
Okay, so the lost art of handwritten letters. I have been practicing calligraphy for the past 5 to 7 years, and before I write my official letters, I always want to practice my hand, make sure that my wrist is flexible, make sure that my lettering is on point, and that the ink and the paper are in sync, because hey, we want a perfect finish. And so yeah, I do this for a few lines, make sure that my lettering is on point. As for the paper, I use ordinary paper for my notebook. This is from my Bollinger notebook with a pretty floral border. By the way, do not worry, that candle is not real. It is battery powered, so we do not burn any buildings, so you can breathe. For the pen, I use a Campus. Actually, this is quite new. I've got this one from Campus. It is a refillable fountain pen with erasable blue ink. It's a cartridge in international format and an iridium nib in a medium size. It's got this beautiful, elegant silver metal body. Love this pen. It's great for beginners as well. If not, you can also use this one from I have another pen that I got before this Campus one. It's from Pilot, which is quite, it's a basic brand. It's great for beginners as well. Again, it's got refillable cartridges, so you can get them in black or in blue. Mine are in black, but I do find that this one is a bit tricky because it can get messy, especially when you're changing over the cartridges, so you have to be careful in using that one. I would highly recommend you do multiple tests before you get into the official letter writing, just to avoid any spills and messes. But yeah, otherwise it's great for beginners as well, and it's really, really affordable. I think letter writing, just like calligraphy, is a form of therapy to oneself, because it forces you to center your thoughts and to be present in the moment. Not only are you writing, a letter to your loved one, you're also writing a letter to yourself in a sense. You are forcing your mind to be quiet and your entire being to be present in the moment, because you have to be intentional and really understand what it is you're thinking about. So I think, it's a very therapeutic process, and whenever I'm done, I sigh with so much relief and satisfaction knowing that I've gone through the process. And by the way, I sign off my letters with Tinkerbell most of the times. I think it's super cute, and always attach a flower to my name, even on official paperwork. So yeah, I thought that was super cute. So our letter has been signed. It's time to pack it up in these gorgeous envelopes that I got from Grene. I really loved the floral print. I thought that was super cute. Again, these were less than €1. I will tag them below. I will also finish up my package with dried eucalyptus leaves that I'm going to spray paint with this deco spray gold paint that I might have gotten from Fnac or Amazon. I will find the details and put them in the description box below. You want to make sure you do that outside because you don't want to breathe that in. And yeah, look at this beautiful finish. It's honestly the fun part of the process for me as well. And I'm going to wrap that up with golden thread. Again, we're staying within the gold theme. If you know me, I love gold. So yeah, I got this thread from Sostrene Grene, again for less than €2. I use it virtually for everything, and it gave this entire letter a beautiful finish. I absolutely love these moments, when you're looking at it, you're like, wow, this was just dried leaf and gold spray paint, and now it's this beautiful package that is going to make somebody happy. Well, at least I hope it did. LOL. Just gonna snip that up to make that super neat. And yeah, look at that. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, I really loved how this came out. It was also such a satisfying experience. And now it's time to go to the post and send it off to my friend.
Well, that's it, friends. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to engage and to learn a few things. Comment, please. Let me know what you think. I want this to be a fun experience. And the next video is gonna come sometime in the next 2 weeks or less. We'll see how it goes. But I also forgot to say that I've been enjoying this chocolate called Alter Ego. So they didn't sponsor this video. I just really enjoyed it, and I thought I should put you guys on. And what I love about them is that I love chocolate. If you know me, I love chocolate. Like it's a problem. But I've been trying to be more intentional with how I consume it, particularly in supporting companies that do not exploit children and that are involved in preserving, the environment, etc. I mean, we won't get into that today because that's a whole other topic. But think about where your money is going and like what it is supporting, because it can feel like it's such a distant reality, when you talk about child exploitation and like unethical labor conditions and deforestation. It might seem like, oh, that's for those people, but it really does matter that you think about it, because it's real human beings that are involved. And I'm not going to talk about sustainability today per se, but I just think we should be more conscious about where we're putting our money, because this is real. Anyway, so Alter Ego, the sea, really great. I think it's made in Peru. Well, the cocoa comes from Peru, and it's got a very fruity taste to it. So it is dark chocolate, because I'm trying to be healthier, It's dark chocolate with almonds in it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So the plan is to get through this, over the next 2 weeks, because in the past I would take a second to destroy that lint, and it would be like milk chocolate. So that's got more. Okay, so we're not going to get into that. But anyways, thank you for coming. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely evening. And remember, a beautiful life is created, and it is in the small things. It's not so much in your bank account or like how much you have, or it's really about sitting down and curating. By the way, it's about curating the kind of life that you want to live, and it can be in intentional moments like writing a letter to a loved one. And by the way, I forgot to say, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to sit and listen. Maybe you're on the commute to work or to school, or you're seated, or you're cleaning, but I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I don't want to call it my YouTube channel. I just think this is our shared space. This is an online platform where we get to connect and redefine or understand what it means to be human and how to navigate our human experience on this side of eternity and romanticize our lives. There's so much going on in the world, so many things that are coming at us, but I do think it's important. And so I do think it is important to slow down and hold on to the little things that make life a much better experience. It can be the smallest of things, and I do think letter writing is a part of that. So yeah, welcome. Please do stay. Do the things that they ask you to do on YouTube. So that's subscribe, share, repost, and comment. And hopefully see you in the next video. Bye.